And we're live. Okay, good morning, Facebook. It's Andrea from SCAN.
Good morning, it's Mary Beth, the SCAN's program coordinator, and today we have a very special guest, Pat Bohse, our executive director. Good morning, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Hey, ladies, how are you?
Good. We're all coordinated this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk to each other.
Telepathically, we figured it out. Well, Pat, welcome to SCAN FYI, and welcome to our listeners out there.
Well, I'm really excited to be here. I've been watching you every week with all of our wonderful guests, and I just really wanted the opportunity to explain what's going on at SCAN as far as up to now and what we're hoping the future looks like.
So we left SCAN, was it March 16th?
17th.
Or 7th. So that was our last day actually in the office. We pretty much had to escape, right? They were throwing us out. So since then, we've been home. And Pat, give us a little update of what's gone on.
Well, again, when we had to escape, whatever was left on anyone's desk 4 months ago was still there when we came back. But it's been a very interesting 3.5 months for SCAN. As you know, and the public probably does not, is that all of the staff has been working diligently from home since we had lockdown. And I have to tell you, we've gotten a lot of accomplished, and we've opened some really new doors of opportunity that I'm really excited about. So during the 3 months that, we were absolutely not able to see anybody or go out into the public, we've been all working virtually, each of the staff and each of the programs. I want to thank both of you because you got us up and running within 10 days to become virtual in regards to our classes. And within those 10 days, we were able to get our teachers on board, provide some instructions on how to use Zoom if they didn't know how to do it already. And I believe we had almost 200 people sign up for our classes within 2 weeks, which was amazing.
It was fabulous, yeah. Well, kudos to Mary Beth for really making that happen.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And, again, we've talked about it in the past, but we just never had to do it. And because we had to do it, we will not go back. Going forward, we will have a dual platform. We'll have in-person classes, and we'll also continue to do virtual classes. I'm not sure how many or which ones, but we will do that because there's a whole population, senior population out there, especially those who are homebound or caregivers who are homebound because they're taking care of their loved one, who need to be social and need to get good information and need to exercise. I recently heard this one statistic that kind of threw me. They said that senior isolation equals loneliness. And loneliness, if someone is feeling lonely, it's like, as far as health-wise, it's like smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Oh my God.
As far as how it affects their health.
Really?
So I think it's part of our mission to make sure that we can provide them with some opportunities to interact, whether directly or indirectly. So I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
We serviced 102 seniors with the Benefit Enrollment Center, and that's equal to about bringing in $200,000 worth of benefits to seniors in Monmouth and Ocean County, and that program is going really strong. We provided 500 wellness calls, and we did a survey. The survey, I believe, is on our website, but if it's not, we'll put it up there. And we learned a lot of lessons in regards to the lack of internet access, as far as seniors might having tablets and laptops, but they don't know how to use it. And others who have it can't afford internet service. Right. So I do think that it's opening some doors for us to become advocates for seniors and regarding to get low-income access so people can be connected.
And just backtracking, our Benefit Enrollment Center, Helen was, I think, Andrea, our very first guest on SCAN FYI. So someone can always go back on our YouTube channel and watch that interview with Helen to learn more information about our benefit enrollment program.
Yeah, and they're virtual too. I mean, everybody's virtual.
If you're not sure how to find us on our YouTube channel, go to our website, scannj.org. and you'll see a button right there and it says YouTube. You just go to our YouTube channel, and we have a playlist called Scan FYI. And Helen, she really did give a very comprehensive explanation of what the BEC is. So if interested, I would suggest that you go check that out.
That would be great. The other thing is that you all, well, the public might not know, but we produce 3 TV shows a month that are on Comcast, Cablevision, FiOS. And we are now doing that on Zoom also. I mean, we have this wonderful studio at SCAN, which we can't wait to get back to. But in the meantime, we have our TV director, producer, and she's proficient in Zoom also. And so we've been doing all of our TV shows, and we'll probably continue to do all of them for the rest of the year using Zoom.
And amazingly, I think the quality of the shows are still excellent. Of course, it's just an interesting way of doing it. But don't you feel fortunate that we are in a time when we can make these adjustments?
I feel great that we are looking at the glass half full versus half empty.
Yeah.
I know this pandemic has affected so many people. I know in Monmouth County alone, we had approximately 400 people die from this, and 70% of those people were over the age of 55. So it's really affected our population, and we understand the fear that everyone has about coming out and getting back involved. So we're being respectful of that.
So Pat, what about the rest of the year? How do you see that playing out for SCAN? The rest of 2020, that is, yeah.
Well, so we're open. The mall finally opened. I mean, we were closed basically because the mall closed. The mall reopened. So the office is open Tuesday to Friday from like 11 to 4. But it's not staffed other than by our administrative assistant. If people want to meet with us and talk to us, they just need to make an appointment, and we'll make sure that we are available. So for the summer, we are getting ready to clean and reorganize the office. So we need to have it disinfected. We're dealing with air filters. We're dealing with buying hand sanitizer machines. So by September, we will have our protocol for people to come back. But we're still planning not to have any in-person classes until January 2021. Again, just because we don't want anyone to feel that they need to come out to be in their class. I know that they want to. I know that they want to see their friends and they want to have a cup of coffee upstairs and all that good stuff, but we really just want them to be safe. But we'll be there and we'll be conducting our business and probably spending a lot more time on advocacy for seniors, because I don't hear anyone else talking too much about them nowadays.
And what do you see going forward, though, even after that? You know, what other changes in SCAN might there be?
So I do think that we are proficient. We're getting better at Zoom. We'll continue to do that. We might need some other personnel to help us with Zoom because it's time consuming to work with our teachers and all of the other things we're doing. I know that we're doing Wednesday for your information. I know that you're doing quarantine cocktails on Friday night at 5 o'clock. So if we decide to keep them going, we need someone else to help us do that. The other is we're known and we're famous for our lunch and learns. And so that's been, I think, the biggest disappointment to most of our members. And so we're rethinking that for the rest of the year, probably doing our informational sessions for breakfast versus lunch because it's the middle of the day. Mm-hmm. And I think breakfast people are still home in their pajamas and they would probably tune in and want to hear what is being said. And we're bringing up-to-date information to them in regards to staying healthy, wealthy, and wise. So we will continue to do that. I can't answer past that. I'm not sure if we'll ever have a senior expo again. I just don't know what the protocol will be for large group gatherings in the future, but we are absolutely aware of them and going with the flow, so to speak. We'd love to hear from the seniors to see what they want and have their input in regards to the plans for the future of SCAN.
And I'd like to give a, excuse me, a little plug for two of our upcoming virtual events, which have always taken place in person. July 23rd is our Meet the Physicians with Monmouth Medical Center. So again, all this information is on our website. The flyer is there with the physician panel who's attending. And on July 31st, we have our first virtual Lunch and Learn, which again, always been a wonderfully attended event in person. We're doing it virtually, and some gift card giveaways will be given, so you can have an opportunity to grab your lunch at a later date. So
Yes,
we'll get that in.
Or have your lunch while you're sitting watching us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, looking at the glass half full in regards to program is great, but I have to look at the glass half empty when it comes to funding. We lost approximately $95,000 in revenue between not having our new fundraiser, which is called the Love Boat. Hopefully we'll have it next year, and not having the Senior Expo. And again, we get reimbursed as far as with some of our contracts when we produce services. So a lot of our services are in person, like take control of your health and stuff, and successful aging and technology. So it's been a struggle. I mean, we were fortunate enough to get PPP money, personnel protection grant, but that's now done. And so we're looking at cash flow and expenses for the rest of the year. So we are hoping to start our membership drive again sooner than later. We're planning our first virtual fundraiser, which would be our annual awards. Usually luncheon, but we're not having a luncheon, so
notice that we're big
all the
on
details.
luncheon,
I know it's October 20th, whatever we come up with, but it is a fundraiser for us. So I'm really hoping that the public would support us. And again, when we get reopened and people want to come visit us and see who we are, we can make appointments and do tours and just educate people. But we're really wanting to hear from seniors. I mean, from the wellness, we made 500 wellness calls. I believe I said this. And the survey showed that people just needed to talk to somebody. So, you know, maybe in the future we'll have a telephone reassurance program if appropriate. But the common way people communicate still is telephone. So we need to be respectful of that. So a lot of our classes, like our music class, you can dial in. If you don't have technology, most people have phones, so they can still participate and listen and you know, ask questions. So we're looking at all of these wonderful opportunities. And my job is to hopefully keep the doors open.
Well, can I just say that, of course, a primary concern is the health and well-being of all of our members, but also the staff, because we want to be careful as well. So
I think we're part of that age group.
Yeah.
With underlying conditions.
Well, we Mary Beth and I say this all the time. You know, we miss everyone. We want to be in person, but we also acknowledge that it would just be inappropriate to do that. So it's really important to be respectful to our clientele and wait till the end of the year. We're not the only people doing this, of course.
Right.
Other organizations acknowledge this as well, and we have to cross our fingers that 2021 we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have wonderful community partners who, again, when we've identified people who need food and medications, that we were able to help them. Our board of directors has been incredibly supportive and is growing. I believe Dr. K is willing to come on our board of directors, and she's a diabetes specialist, and that's one of our special programs. So I'm hoping she can open some new doors for us. And then, you know, the other, again, is staff. All of the staff have just stepped up to the plate and kept us going without missing a beat. And probably, I think we got more done being home in some respects than if we were in the office, because we have regular, you know, interruptions.
We had
but again, I would
to figure out all these things that we always talked about it, but we never did it. We didn't have a minute. So suddenly, that's how you do this. And we learned a lot. I think it's been a great learning experience.
Well, the Gronin Foundation opened the door for us with giving us the subscription to Zoom initially.
Yeah.
And I believe
That deserves a coffee.
Yes.
Coffee.
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
Gronin Foundation.
this is not wine, but
I know, Pat, I was going to say, that's Friday night.
Wait a minute. What day are we on? If it's
a
Wednesday, it's
juice.
coffee.
But no, honestly, the Gronin Foundation has been extremely supportive. Andrea and I participated in some webinars to help us get up to speed on Zoom,
Right.
how to properly use it. So very, very grateful for all their help.
And now
Yeah.
we are going to pay it forward, Mary Beth and I, and we are going to teach someone else, another group of ladies, how to use Zoom.
Because
That's
we
great.
just finished our first virtual diabetes self-management workshop.
Yeah.
So,
And I would like to add that we are one of 3 statewide that have picked up the gauntlet and done that. And I believe that we got wonderful reviews from the state Office on Aging in regards to, for the 2 of you and how you handled those classes. So kudos to you guys.
Yeah. I like it, actually.
it was, you know what? Somebody also made this comment with one of their classes that we're offering. They almost felt like the interaction between everyone was at a different level because you're looking at each individual person's face on the screen. And sometimes in the classroom, it's a quick like, oh, hello, but you're really not making that eye contact. So I thought that was a very interesting analysis and something.
Well, now that we have permission to do it, because we never had permission in the past, I think that we'll do a combination. Again, in person and virtual. The biggest problem I think we're having right now is marketing those classes, because while we have, you know, our e-blast and our Facebook and stuff, it's not like being in front of someone and convincing them that this is an important
But you know what
class
else,
for them to
Pat?
take.
We're also discovering, like we already know this, but we're also finding out how many seniors do not have the technology to, you know, to participate in the program. This is not a phone in. This you need to have a computer, a laptop, or something with a webcam. And of course, you need internet access. So we are discovering, unfortunately, many seniors just don't have access. And those are the very people that we attempt to reach.
Right.
Yeah. So I believe that there's going to be a public hearing from the Office on Aging from Monmouth County in the near future. We will send out information to the seniors, the general public. They need to be heard in regards to especially technology and connection. Right. Coming from us is great, but we're paid staff. So we will hopefully recruit as many seniors as we can to give testimony about what they need now versus what might be available from the past.
Okay. Pat, any final words? We're closing down.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people should visit our website because we've been keeping that up to date with whatever we're doing. So that's scannj.org. They can always call the office. We will get back to them within 24 hours, if not sooner. And the number is 732-542-1326. And we're here. So I just want everyone to know that we're here, we're healthy, we're engaged, we're probably excited about the new changes. I mean, I know our new program is going to come out for the fall. It'll be
14th. We're going to start September 14th with our fall semester.
Yeah, so people will get it either in the mail, it'll be on our website, we'll do an e-blast, and hopefully people will register. And again, I want to thank both of you for the great job that you've been doing and continue to do on behalf of myself and the board of directors.
Thank you.
And our sponsors, let's not forget them. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So they've been fabulous and working with us because this has been a difficult time for us to be able to produce what we promised. So I hope they stay with us for a long time.
And of course, if you're following Scan FYI, slowly but surely, you're going to get to meet all of our Scan sponsors.
Yeah, which is wonderful. I'm really happy that we can provide that opportunity.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us today, Pat.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be with you.
Okay. Remember,
have a great day.
If it's important to you, it's important to us. I'm Andrea Tarr. We'll see you next time. That'll be next Wednesday on Scan FYI.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.